So I'm going to guess that behind closed doors, secretly, they were testing our urines at the methadone clinic. And then if you were dirty for something, say like fentanyl or meth, they would follow you around and catch drug dealers. And I don't disagree with that. I don't. How they went about it is what I disagree with, because they went into my personal life through these urines, and decided that they were going to build a case off of the other stuff that they had built around me over the years, and showing I was hot for crystal meth and fentanyl. They was like, and I'm not the only one they did that to, but there was another part of that too that was pretty big, where at the methadone clinic, I was working for a taxi company at the time that was having me drive people around solely from the methadone clinic. That wasn't all I did, but my main job was getting up at 4 a.m., picking people up in the morning and making sure they got to the methadone clinic, because that was his contract, Phil's contract with whoever he made the contract with, but healthcare providers, I'm guessing. But my job was taking people home, picking them up, taking them to the methadone clinic, taking them back home. And that right there, knowing that all of them people, majority of them, were using other drugs, they were making it out like I was a drug dealer because I was going to all these houses. When in reality, I was just dropping them off. I didn't know any of them except like one or two people that I personally knew for a short time in my addiction. But outside of that, I was just picking people up and dropping them off. And they were using that because all the people I was dropping off were getting other drug dealers, because they were dropping drugs off to them because they were still on other drugs. So even though I was just taking them and dropping them off, taking them to go and dropping them off, they were using that, making it look like I was dealing. I never was. Not one time was I a drug dealer. I was using. But that's when I caught them though, following me, is when they attached me with that Michelle girl that I said I was pregnant. She was pregnant to me. I would go to the methadone clinic, and after she didn't want to see me any longer, when I would go to the methadone clinic, she would be there. And she would say hi to me. And that was it. But only when I had my phone on me. This is how I know that they were tracking me. Only when I had my phone on me. And then I went one day, I didn't have my phone, and she wasn't there. So that's when I put it in my head, like, why is she not? Oh, I don't have my phone. Was that a coincidence? And then I went with my phone. She would be there. I went with my phone. And then I tried on my own, purposely. I went without my phone, and she wasn't there. But people that she was around at the time, there was this one bum-ass, dirty-ass bitch. Windblood, whatever her name was. Anyways, Carla. I think that was her name. She was outside when I got there, and she was in a wheelchair at the time. So I walk past her, and I go inside, and I look back, and she's on her phone. Within just a couple minutes, so-called Michelle was there. And this is why I say so-called, because in the end, it wasn't her. It was someone that they had looking like her. And she showed up. Oh, hey, I wanted to say hi. Why? You don't even want to see me. Why would you want, outside of what was going on, why? That's where I knew that they were doing what they were doing. And that's where they messed up. But then I knew that they were locating me. And they were trying to track me. And whatever they were trying, what story they were trying to provide from what was the truth, I still don't know. But they were trying to make it look like something it completely wasn't. That's how our law enforcement works. That's how these detectives and FBI agents work. Dirty. They work dirty.